Okay, so a massive story is breaking right now out of the UK, and it's sending absolute shockwaves through the government and the royal family. We've got new arrests in the Jeffrey Epstein case, but believe me, this is not the story you think it is. The allegations are pointing in a completely new and frankly shocking direction. And this quote from reporters on the ground really says it all. Things are moving, and they are moving fast. The implications are just unfolding hour by hour. So let's get right into it and break down exactly what we know so far. All right, here's our game plan. First, we'll cover the breaking news of who exactly was arrested. Then, and this is the important part, we're going to dig into why these alleged crimes are so different from everything we've heard before about Epstein. After that, we'll look at the fallout for the UK government and the monarchy itself. And finally, we'll zoom out to see how this story is getting bigger and bigger on a global scale. So let's get right to the headline news. Two incredibly well-known, high-profile figures from the British establishment have been taken into custody, and it's all connected to their ties with Jeffrey Epstein. So who are we talking about? First, Prince Andrew. Yes, that Prince Andrew, a senior royal. And second, Peter Mandelson. Now, if you follow UK politics, you know that name. He was a political powerhouse in the Tony Blair government. I mean, these are not minor players, folks. These are people right at the center of the British political and royal systems. Okay, and here's where the story takes a massive turn. This is so crucial to understand. These arrests are for something completely new. The entire focus of the Epstein investigation, at least in the UK, has just taken a sharp and very unexpected turn. This right here is the shift. For years, the Epstein story has been about one thing: horrific allegations of sexual misconduct. But that's not what these arrests are about. The new allegations against Mandelson and Prince Andrew are centered on misconduct in office. We're talking about leaking sensitive government and financial secrets to Epstein. It's a whole new ballgame. So what kind of information are we talking about here? It's called market-sensitive information. Basically, it's inside knowledge that the public can't access. Think about secret details on government trade deals or major financial policy changes. If you had that information before anyone else, you could make an absolute fortune. And the allegation is that this type of info was being funneled directly to Jeffrey Epstein. And investigators are zeroing in on a really specific time frame, 2008 to 2010. Now, what was happening then? Oh, just the global financial crisis. And right in the middle of it all, Peter Mandelson held a string of incredibly powerful jobs related to trade, which would have given him access to exactly the kind of secrets the investigation is focused on. So, as you can imagine, this is spiraling into a massive crisis for the UK government. The arrest of Peter Mandelson isn't just about the past, it's igniting a political firestorm for the current Prime Minister, Keir Starmer. So let's connect the dots, because it's quite a chain of events. Mandelson, who was known to be close to Epstein, apparently recommends Prince Andrew for this cushy job as UK trade envoy. It was allegedly in that role that Prince Andrew started leaking sensitive documents to Epstein. And now, this all comes crashing down on the current Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, because people are asking what he knew about Mandelson's ties to Epstein when he appointed him as an ambassador. And the political fallout has been immediate, and it's been severe. The Prime Minister's Chief of Staff, Sweeney High, has already resigned. Now all eyes are on Starmer himself. There are serious questions about whether he can politically survive this. And to top it all off, this is all exploding right before local elections. The timing could not be worse for them. Now, beyond the politics, this scandal is ripping open a profound crisis for the British monarchy. Prince Andrew's arrest isn't just an embarrassment. It's being described as an existential threat to the royal family itself. We're hearing reports that big cracks are appearing. And to really get a sense of how serious this is, commentator Piers Morgan said, "I've never seen a greater threat to the monarchy itself." Just think about that for a second. This isn't just another royal scandal. This is being viewed as something that could shake the very foundations of the institution. So why is it so serious? Well, for one, the UK Parliament is now openly talking about removing Prince Andrew from the line of succession. You have to understand, the order of succession is the bedrock of the entire monarchy. Tampering with it is just almost unthinkable. At the same time, King Charles is reportedly doing everything he can to publicly distance himself from his brother. All right, so let's zoom out for the final piece of this. Because while these arrests are happening in the UK, the implications are absolutely global. The entire narrative around the Epstein scandal is evolving right before our eyes. Yeah, this story has morphed into something so much bigger. It's no longer just about sexual crimes. Now it's about classic blackmail, high finance, and the weaponization of government secrets on an international scale. And this quote from an analyst really captures the feeling that this is just the beginning. The Epstein network was vast, it was international, and the feeling is that these UK arrests might just be the first domino of many to fall around the world. And that, of course, leaves us with the final, unavoidable question. This has proven to be a global story that reaches into the highest echelons of power, finance, and royalty. With investigators now looking into a whole new category of crime, you really have to wonder, who will be next?